Welcome to Happy Hours.
Swinging doors, the neons aglow. Mark and Rachel stealing the show. Mystery beer with a frothy head. It's happy hour laughs instead of dread. Oh, it's jokes and facts, such a marvelous blend, with a punchline twist that'll never end. Mad libs fly and the beer flows near. Comedy gold with an extra cheer.
Happy Hours is on the air.
Hi, guys.
That sounded kind of weird. What was it with my voice?
I don't know, but where's
Strange.
Mark?
I'm right here.
Just kidding.
May 30th,
Yes, happy Friday.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
2025.
Get your beers and join us for more.
So-
Not just one, more.
Today was really interesting. I mean, the last couple of days have been relatively cool. I know it sounds
Right.
weird when we say relatively cool when it's like 97.
And we're in the desert.
Because my computer over here was saying, it's a hot day. I'm like,
95.
oh, come on. You know what? For this time of year, it's not hot at all.
Right.
And when the media tells you that, I mean, I had a customer, when was it? Today?
Today?
Oh, today.
Yesterday?
She was telling me, it's just been extremely hot the last couple of years.
People
I
forget.
go, what in the hell are you talking about?
Was she old? Did you just
Yeah,
slap
she's
her?
old. I knocked her down again. She fell once. I just knocked her back over. and said,
Talking like that.
You're being an idiot. Stop it. But, well, it is true. It's like they listen to the media and the media spews a bunch of bullshit. So here's the thing.
Don't listen to the media.
Don't listen to them.
Just listen to us.
Yes. The fact is, every year here in Arizona has been hot. And they said, well, last year was the hottest.
Called summer.
We had consistent days of 110 around there. And not much hotter than that. So,
Yeah, 110
so
to
we've
115, kind of.
Right, but we've had...
Nothing extreme, I would say. Nothing extreme.
Well, it was just a long stretch. So
It
they
was
call
a
it the
long
hottest
stretch.
summer ever.
Yeah, which-
that long stretch. Because
Maybe
we didn't
that's what
have...
they were talking
We didn't have the monsoons. But the hottest summer ever... Here's where they lie. I think it was 1990, right? 1990.
89 or 90?
I think it was 1990.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I just
'cause
started my business.
Barely pregnant with
And
Savannah.
I was working outside with Nathan, and we were shoveling gravel. And we were sitting on top of this gravel pile just going, man, it's so damn hot.
122, I think.
122 degrees that day.
That record.
We had
that,
to quit. It was
that
like, we
week
can't do more.
actually set a bunch of records.
Yeah, set a bunch of records.
That was the highest.
That was the hottest. 121 was the day before, 122. Mm-hmm. And so when they tell you that, oh, it's the hottest summer, it's like, really?
Bullshit.
I know. I'm so sick of them. So anyways, I told her,
them.
I slapped her a couple times. I told her to shut up. But anyway, truth is,
One of
look,
these days.
here's the thing. I've been watching Outback Opal Hunters, and
Oh, it's Australian for
cool.
Australia.
That's an awesome show. But I finished the last season.
I love opals. They're
And
pretty.
they were having, the same conditions that we really have here in Phoenix. They 45 degrees Celsius, I think, is about like 120 degrees, 115
15 to 20, I don't know.
Yeah, somewhere in that range. Where our normal temperature here, Fahrenheit in Arizona and Phoenix in the summertime, it runs anywhere from 110 to 120.
I don't know what they're bitching about. I mean, I know what
So-
they're bitching about. 120 out in the middle of the desert,
But
mining
it's-
opals. It's
But
terrible.
my point is, it's still the frickin' same.
And it's normal. That's
and
their
it's-
normal temperatures.
It's been that way since I was a kid, since I've lived here. Okay, nothing
People tend
different.
to forget every year.
Well, but the media knows that, and so they can spread their little shitty ass lies again over and over again. But it's not true, people. It's not true.
not true.
Arizona's hot. It always is
ever-
hot. It's always been hot.
You ever watched those
92, 90,
news people?
Wait, 97 today? It felt great. 97 feels good.
half of those little weather people, you get new faces. It's like a revolving door in those news channels. There's always these young little things.
Comes from another state.
And they're from Ohio or Indiana. And it's so
freaking hot.
and they talk like
Shut
they
up.
know how it is out here. And
They
it's
don't know
like,
shit.
pretty
Boy, I've been
girl.
swearing a lot at the
Yeah.
beginning of this show because I'm mad.
And it's always like, it makes me turn them off. I don't even watch
I don't-
the news anymore,
I
I
don't.
said, because I think they're stupid. All of
I don't
them.
listen to the
all
news.
of them.
If I want to get
Just
news
fuck off.
facts, I go online and
We watch our stuff because we know our shit.
and I look up stuff because I do. Because I mean, I'm not going to listen to those media fakes and
I
listen
like
to
the
them. Ooh,
stories
shit.
that are, be careful, that are like interesting and like facts and stuff.
I'm pouring a mystery beer here.
Oh, yay.
It's
I was just
mystery
going to
beer
say, what are you
theater
doing?
time. Did I get it? even?
Mr. Bear.
Well, look at that. I'm getting good at that pour, aren't I?
That's a little off. I've got less
Okay.
than you, but that's okay.
You want a
No,
little
no,
more? Right.
you'll spill. You already
I
jimmed
did
the
spill.
cup down there a little bit.
Okay.
Here.
On my paperwork.
Mystery Bear. Well, let's see. It looks like
you
what we
know-
were just drinking.
Yeah, it's a little different.
It does not smell like
Cloudier.
Natural
Not
Light
as
or
clear.
Bush Light or
Yeah.
Garage, whatever we were drinking.
Garage beer is great. I love that.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyway, this is.
This is a little
It smells like
citrusy.
it's citrus. Yeah, for sure, doesn't it? I get it like a.
It's not the rotten lemons on my hand that I took out of my car finally. After
No, I get the citrus. I smell it in here.
taste
Okay,
it. It's
Mr. Beer
pretty.
too. Okay.
It looks like the other. It looks like the other stuff I was drinking.
Oh, different. That's good.
This is much better than what I'm
Describing
drinking.
it for anybody listening is just kind of a standard. It's
It
pretty
looks like
clear,
a normal beer.
like a pilsner would look with the nice.
I am getting the
Amber.
weirdest
amber.
sensation. It tastes like this is weird. Cereal milk, but back in the day, it's not milk. Don't get me wrong, but the like Wheaties or not Wheaties, like mini wheats or cornflakes or something. I'm getting like a. It reminds me of just finishing a bowl of cereal and drinking the milk out of it. It's like that taste you get. That's what this tastes like. I can't explain it except for that. Looks nothing like that in the glass, but that's what my
I'm
mouth
not sure
says.
what I'm getting. I thought at first. I smelled citrus, but I'm not getting a citrus note in there.
It reminds me of like I just finished a bowl of cereal back in the 70s.
A slight
80s.
bitter
80s.
note, some malt.
Maybe it is malt.
I don't know.
Maybe it's
I'm
mini
not-
wheats
I'm gonna see.
or something.
We'll
I
see.
don't know.
Oh, it's an Arizona beer, made by Santan Brewing Company. It's called. Oh, it's a honey blonde. Oh,
Honey, that's what I'm getting. Honey oats cereal.
Santan Brewing Company. It's called Boondocks Honey Blonde at 4.7%.
We've never had this one. Remember, this
No.
was not in the Santan
No.
area. We were at Total Wine and More, and we were looking for
I think
stuff.
it's a new one.
And
That's
Santan
why.
had its own little area, and they had like 6 or 7, and we all
Yeah.
had the moon juice and the this and the little whatever. So we went walking, and then this little guy stood out at me, and I'm like, Mark, we have never had this.
It's got a.
What's it doing over here?
Rachel's getting way too excited.
love
It's got
this.
a. What's it got on the front? It's got a. It's like a. What do you call them?
Pizza the Hut. That's
No,
what it
no,
looks
out in the
like.
desert here, we got the.
Oh, warthog.
Not warthog, but
javelina.
the javelinas. It's a javelina with a honey bucket in
Warthog.
his hand, and is leaning up against
Mm-hmm.
a rock with a big old smile on his face, looking out at the desert.
Yes,
and
that's what it on the boondocks.
it's called the Boondocks.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it just tastes like a bowl cereal.
I'm holding it up as far as I can. Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
That's a cool can. I like that
cool.
can.
It's gonna go somewhere.
And let me taste it now that I know it's honey again.
That I think that's what I'm getting. The honey oats or nut and honey. Nut and honey. I don't know. I'm getting that. I like it.
I mean, it's good.
I would have this again and again. And this is a honey blonde.
Yeah, that's a good beer.
Blonde, honey blonde.
Good beer.
I like blondes.
Good beer. So this
One of my
weekend,
favorites, I think.
we went back to Casino Arizona to try to redeem
Redemption.
ourselves, and it did not happen.
No, we're still losers.
But so from there I said this after that we were driving. I'm going, all right, we're done until we're going back to what is it?
we're gonna be in Talking
Talking
Stick in a
Stick
couple of months.
in
so
July
we'll just wait
for our
then.
anniversary. So we're going to do that. But anyway, so we went there and we had fun. Look, it was a
was so
good
fun, though.
play. The problem was it was over Memorial Day weekend and everything was
pretty crowded,
really
I
tight.
think,
I think it was
yeah.
tight. Everything was tight.
But that
So-
being said, we were consistently winning and then losing and winning.
Well,
it was a yo-yo.
But it was consistently winning and then losing a little bit more, but winning and then losing a little bit more, and
And
then
finally,
slowly
we're getting
you
ready to
tapped
leave,
out.
and we're like,
Yeah.
we got another $50. Let's just blow it. No, we could have come home with it, but no, we're like, we chose
Yeah.
to bring this. We knew we were going to probably lose it. Let's just Hail Mary it and go, and we did, and we lost.
So while we were out there, I did taste the honey on that now.
Does it remind you
at the
of
end, what is-
cereal?
No, not really. The malty flavor maybe, but
You never ate the cereal I did,
We
maybe.
went to we found a place close by. It was only about like 8 minutes away. It was called RT O'Sullivan's.
RTO
And
Sullivan's. It was an Irish pub, which I
We had a
figured that
good
out.
lunch there. It was awesome. They had
did.
big ass salads, and then
Excuse me.
Pretty
girl.
Of course, I do a Guinness chug, which you can see on the shorts. If you go look, I chugged half of a Guinness. We had to split the G.
We did.
I
Our
just split the
server
G.
Matthew was
Told us what the
sweet.
split
He's
the
like,
G.
"Oh, you guys are splitting the G." I'm like, "Yeah, we did." And then we got another one. Split that one too. Mark drank most of it though.
And so then I chugged another Guinness after that, and
It was fun.
It was-
RTO Sullivan.
it was a good place to go have lunch. If you guys are ever in that area, it's out in like Tempe. So
There's
I
a
would
lot of good
suggest.
things out in Tempe. We've just scratched the surface of stuff out there. But you know one place we've never gone, and that is Mesa. We're going to scratch that surface this weekend, huh, honey?
Yeah. Okay. So now can I finish what I was going to say?
Oh, yeah, you were looking at stuff on your phone.
No, I wasn't. I was waiting for you to finish because
Oh, I
you
thought you were
like to
scrolling
talk
for
over me.
something. I
a
was
lot.
trying to fill in the gap.
Anyway, so what I was saying was that that area out there, it's in Tempe, and there's a lot to go visit and stuff. So we're going also to Mesa this weekend, and we're going to I think it's on Saturday. We're going to go to the new what is it?
Museum.
Well, it's not a new museum. It's been there for a long time, but it's a what do you call it? Natural History Museum, and it's the only one here in Phoenix.
I
don't
didn't know we had
know, or I don't. I maybe it's in Arizona. It's the only one
No,
here.
we're going to film and we're going to find out what it's
We
about.
are.
I'm excited to go. I haven't been to a place
But
like that
anyway,
since
I've
New
got
York.
some fun questions.
Oh,
These
wait,
are
and then we're going to go to a brewery after that.
yeah. We're going to another brewery.
We
yeah.
want to find the Black place.
Yeah, that's
We're going
12
there.
West.
Yep.
Anyway, so I got some fun questions. These are just questions basically that you ask people when you're just want to ask something dumb. And I like dumb questions; they're fun.
Oh,
So-
okay. Just
so
for shits and giggles.
oh yeah,
Okay.
and I know the first when I read this one, I knew the answer right away. I knew what I would say.
Oh, okay. I don't even. To be fair, I don't know what you're gonna ask.
Okay,
so
so
I don't
what
have
if
any
you could
prep.
taste colors? What would blue taste like?
blueberry?
Of course.
I mean, that's
Of
what I think.
course.
Or blue raspberry. Anything that's like candy.
Yeah, blue raspberry.
I don't know.
I'd rather it taste like blueberry because you know me, I love blueberries.
I would just think
Yeah.
if that tastes like it would be bluish like that.
Okay,
I mean,
here's a
that's
really good
easy.
one.
What?
What if you could shrink at will? Like Alice in the Wonderland, you could shrink.
Oh, if I wanted to become
Smaller,
and shrink, what if I could? Well,
larger.
I would. I'm sure I could apply it somewhere to something. It would fit into something. But
But what would you do? Where would you shrink?
obviously, I'd want to go someplace small when it's appropriate.
So
like
if you
a
could shrink
mouse
down,
house
if you
or
could,
something?
if you could shrink down to a kid's size, so you could go.
No, I'm thinking
You
small.
could
Like
go-
I
you
want to
could
go in
go-
a mouse house and
Oh
find a
wow,
mousey.
really? I wouldn't because it would
Find
be
a
a
mousey.
cat or something get you.
No,
yeah.
you just said if I could shrink small, it'd be great to have when I needed it, and I would need it if like I wanted to go in like that mouse house.
Okay, so let's see.
That was my answer.
I had another one.
Because otherwise, I really don't care.
This one's great. I love
what?
this one.
What?
No, what was it? Where was it? Okay, well here's one. What if you could only eat one food for the rest of life, and what would it be?
Beer.
No, that's not food, honey.
Well,
you gotta
I
eat something.
sometimes say I eat it.
If food was if your favorite food was say, I mean, even if it was unhealthy, and that's all you could eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
French bread right out of the oven with melted butter. Every day, all day, 100 times a day. That's it. Yum. Just bread.
There was one. Where is it at? I
From
can't find
Paris.
it.
Paris bread.
Well, me, it'd be, I mean, pizza, of course.
Right.
That would be the best
You
one.
can put pizza on French bread. We used to do that back in the day. But I would just want bread, just straight up bread. Now you're making me want bread, babe.
Here's the one I was
That's
looking
a
for.
lot.
This
Okay,
is funny. What if every time you laughed, you changed age?
Oh my God. Would you change like just to a different age all
Well,
the
just
time?
say-
or just you grow another year?
Yeah, just
Age
say a
of the year.
year. I mean, if that's the case, I'd be like 1,000, 2,000 years old or more.
Well,
I mean, geez, because I laughed since I was a kid.
It doesn't specify which age. You
Well-
just change to a different age.
Well, what? No,
That'd be
changed
odd.
age. So if okay, so let's just say you got older and changed age.
Right now,
So,
if I laughed and all of a sudden I went back to 18, and then I laughed again and now I'm 52.
and then you're
And
80.
you laughed again, now I'm 100.
And all of a sudden you're having a heart attack and dying.
No, I would quickly laugh again so I could change to
Really?
something
You're
else I
laughing when
said.
you have a heart attack?
I probably would because I'd want to change
I
to
don't think that's
something
gonna work.
else. Time to switch.
Oh
I'm
shit!
normal
Now I'm
again.
500 years old.
Well, no, that would never happen.
How do you
Why?
know?
Because normal people don't live to 500.
But maybe this.
in your
wait a
lifetime,
minute,
it wouldn't happen.
Wait. But in this scenario, you did. You left.
So,
you lived as long as you wanted,
you
but
could
you gotta.
be a million years old. You
Yes.
could be like caveman age.
Right,
No, I think
sure.
it has to be in your lifespan, babe.
Well, what is my lifespan? Do you know it?
0 to whenever you're destined to die. Say 100.
But what if I wasn't destined to die until I was like 5,000 years old?
It's written in the stars how old
No.
you will be. So every time you laugh, you're going to
That's
be
right.
within those parameters at
Okay.
some point.
Okay,
So
then
if you're right at your death time,
wow, she's serious about this.
if you're right
But
at your
I'm-
death time, just fucking laugh again so you can get out of that shit.
No, I'm just saying.
I just answered your question.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't, because my scenario is not serious. Yours is you're trying to be serious.
I'm trying to be smart about it.
No, you're not. You're being serious.
So you
Stop.
just want to die,
I wanted to laugh. That's all I want to do.
and then if you get to the age where you're in the middle of a heart attack, you would just let it happen?
Sure, why not?
Just
laugh your
laugh
way out of
again.
it.
Yeah, laugh again to get out
Be
of
the
it.
laughing heart attack person on
And
the
then
other
what
side.
if you went back to
I
like
tried
1 years
laughing.
old? You go from 100 to 1,
No, I don't
and now
think
you're
so.
a baby.
That's dumb.
And now you don't know that you have to laugh. You just
See?
have to wait till you laugh again.
Well, no, then your parents go in your face, "Ah, boo, boo, boo."
And then you laugh, and now you're like 10.
and then you're like 15, and your parents are going, "What the fuck happened?"
But then you're 10 where you were when you were 10, so it's like you're time traveling.
No, but
What if you time traveled every time you
See, but
laughed?
you're taking it that way,
I'm
literally.
just-
I'm saying,
yeah.
in my mind, I'm saying, what if every time you laughed, you changed age?
Right.
And I meant, what I meant was older. So you aged. You
Well,
old.
it
you
just didn't specify that, but if you say that way, you would never want to laugh. 'cause
Okay,
you don't
so that's
wanna
how I'm
grow
saying
older.
it. Yes. Oh, I know, right? So but what I'm
that'd
saying
be a
is,
miserable existence.
no, it wouldn't. You'd be laughing a lot and then changing.
No, you would
age.
die right away. As many
Really?
times as we laugh, we'd get it a year older,
All right.
a million times a day.
Well,
We'd
maybe
be dead
you just
in an hour.
Maybe you just age by an hour. That's it. You just age an hour.
Well, over the course of your lifetime, you're still going to be dead in a year. That's a lot of laughing.
Well, you're assuming that you're going to die at the age of 80 or 90.
Just the average lifespan. But
I'm not
as
talking
much as
average.
we laugh,
Oh, wait,
we're going to
see?
be dead
No, wait,
tomorrow.
wait. I'm not talking about the average lifespan. I'm talking about living to like whatever. You could just
Like
keep on going.
biblical times? Like 500,
I'm not
like
talking about the
Moses or
Bible or
something?
nothing. I'm talking
well,
about-
no, they live to be like 500 or 600,
I'm
it
talking
says.
about from the beginning of time, which is millions of billions of years ago.
That's
So-
time traveling. So every time you laugh, you're going to travel back in time.
No, so no. What I'm saying is,
I don't
what if you?
understand this game?
It's not working.
I'm going literally. Every time
I
you
know,
laugh,
she does.
you-
She's
you-
so literal, everybody.
You go to another age. Is
She
all
doesn't
you
understand
said.
how to be funny. But the
I
funny
am
thing,
being Mark. You, read it
I'm
again.
laughing.
Okay,
No,
read it
wait.
again. The
I don't
word
have to read it.
said, "What if every time you laughed,
you changed
you
age.
changed age? You
Yes.
didn't say up or down. You just changed an age. So you
Anyway.
could go up or down. So that
All
was
right.
my
Well, you
point.
that would be you because Rachel rules apply. So anyway,
No, your thing that you read applied. It didn't specify. You can only age forward. What would you do?
well, I got another thing to do
Okay.
here, and because
You know I'm
that
right, though.
sucked.
No, it was funny.
It was well. See, my theory is like if you could just age for like a million years, what if you could do that?
You really want to live to 1,000,000?
Who knows? You maybe have this superhuman laughing ability that makes you age forever. Everybody's around you. Well, maybe
You're
not.
like, oh, how old
maybe
are
not
you?
a million.
You look really good. How old are you? 1,000,005.
But maybe not a million years
I
because,
laugh a lot.
because the Earth is probably going to be gone by that point.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So you'd be laughing out in space somewhere or doing something.
And then
Anyway,
nothing's funny out there. So
Yeah, sure
you would-
is. I'm sure there's a lot of
You'd
funny
have
shit
to
out there.
tickle yourself to make
I don't know.
yourself laugh some more.
Everybody else
I
is
said.
dead, but you're still laughing. Okay. This is true facts that
Mark,
sound
read that
like
one.
BS, all right? True
Tickling
facts that sound
yourself
like bullshit.
out in space
Here
to
we
make
go.
yourself age backwards. That's funny.
Did you know that Venus spins backwards? And no one knows why.
No, didn't know that. Don't know if I care.
It does. Well, the rest of the planets in the solar system spin counterclockwise. Venus spins in a clockwise retrograde rotation, which there are a few theories and why this is the case. No one can yet say
Maybe because
for
there's a
sure.
lot of water on there, and it's buoyant,
I don't know. I mean,
And it
where's
goes the other way.
where's Venus located in the
closer to the sun.
to the sun, and then Mercury's the closest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe something with the sun's whatever.
That is weird. Isn't it like the second planet?
All right, here's something interesting.
I think so.
Yeah, sure, we'll just call it that. Like the laughing thing, the same thing. It applies.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. I believe that's
Okay.
the first. I
Sounds
don't know.
good.
Sure.
True or false?
False.
The injuries on Luke Skywalker's face when he was attacked by the snow monster in The Empire Strikes Back were real.
Yes,
were real.
because he got in a horrible motorcycle accident between filming.
So yes or true?
Yeah, he did. It's true.
You gotta say true. I said ask you true or false. I didn't yes or no.
Oh, it's true.
Actor Mark Hamill had gotten into a car accident and severely injured his face. Rather than delay filming, George Lucas simply worked this into the script. Yeah.
I knew that.
I did too, but I just wanted to
I
see
think
if
my
you did.
dad told me years ago.
Let me see what it was.
dad.
Did you know, or can you believe this?
No.
Hamsters are illegal in Hawaii.
Who? Hamsters?
Hamsters, yeah. Want to know why?
No. Oh, yeah, sure.
Hamsters would thrive on the Hawaiian climate, and Hawaiian lawmakers fear that the effects of introducing a new
Oh, it would
speakers into the
overtake the
delicate
population.
ecosystem, there could it'd be something really
It'd be anarchy.
yeah bad.
Overruled.
Okay.
That's weird, but yet you can have guinea
So-
pigs and other stuff that doesn't. Whatever.
Anyway, that's pretty much. I mean, I could say another one, but
Sure. And then I have something to tell you because I found something cool today. I wanted to tell
You
you
did?
something. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I did have another one up here. What is this one? Well, I did Venus Swings backwards.
That
What was this one?
interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, well, I had no idea because everything. I
that
heard
one.
that water spins one way in
Yeah, that's only had
in
three.
Arizona, like in the United States, but when you go to Australia, the water spins the other way.
That could be true.
I've heard that. So if that's
They also
true-
drive cars on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the spinning, but
well,
I
it
don't
does in
know.
my mind. So
So I'm just
do you
wondering
got, babe?
why that happens.
you got something?
Oh, I read something today I thought was really interesting because did you know what happened this week in history? This week, not in history, but this week.
This week?
One of the oldest living. That's how do I?
That'd be me. I was the laughing person
You were
that
the laughing
laughed
person.
until I was
The
10,000
grandson
to
of one
million.
of the original OG presidents died. The grandson.
OG.
The original, one of the original.
Oh.
So there's like 50 presidents or something like that. So in the first 10, number 10 was John Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
His grandson died at the age of 96 this past Sunday.
So it was
His grandson.
Who's John Tyler?
He was
I
our
know.
10th president.
Jeez.
He took over for President Harrison, who actually died in office 31 days after he took oath. And he died. So
How did he die?
he was old, probably. He just died.
There's a new Volbeat single out. I have to
So
look it
John
up.
Tyler took over, and what I find interesting is he was 75 years old when this particular grandson was born.
Who was the original and then died?
John Tyler took office after President Harrison.
Oh,
after
Harrison.
31 days,
Okay, so
he
that's-
held the presidency from 1841 to 1845. So he did. He was 4 years in the 1800s.
Who? Harrison?
John Tyler.
John Tyler. No, I was talking about Harrison.
He
He was there for 31 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he took over. They had to. He was on the ticket or whatever. However they did, they had to
Okay.
put someone in office. He had 15 kids between two wives,
Hmm.
and he is the most fathered by any president to this day. He had 15 children.
Wow.
8 with his first wife, 7 with the second. Now, this is weird because the first wife died of a stroke in 1842. So after he became president, she died like within a year. He remarried 2 years later to another one and had 7 more kids, not all in the 1 year, but in his, he got married while he was a president to another person. Anyways, his first wife died of a stroke in 1842. He remarried in 1844. So, anyways, my point is the grandson is his name, Harrison Ruffin Tyler. He of the 10th president, John Tyler, died Sunday, the age of 96. The grandson did. Sorry, the grandson did. He was the son of the president. He was the 13th child to Lyon Gardner Tyler, who was born. He was old. He was 65 when his dad was born. Or he was born. Anyways, they had old kids. He was 75 when his son was born.
Did
which
you
is
say
why
James Monroe? Or?
No, it was a
That was way-
Harrison something.
Oh, wait.
John Tyler. John Tyler
Okay, so here's the
was
biography.
the 10th president.
John Adams. George Washington was the first president. John
Right.
Adams.
But his grandson just barely died. That's why he's still alive because he was 75 when he fathered the kids.
So then it was later. So this wasn't.
He was 75 when he fathered the father of the kids. So
1789 to 1797 was George Washington. You got John Adams, you got Thomas
Mm-hmm.
Jefferson, you got James Madison, you got James Monroe, you've got
Get to
John
John
Quincy
Tyler.
Adams, you got Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren. Man, I don't know half of these. So the funny thing is, I know in school that you're like, who are the presidents of the United States?
you'll get to
And-
John Tyler, which I think his name went on
here he
on the
is.
ticket. It was a different name
Okay,
starting out. but
William Henry Harrison.
That was his name on the ticket.
No. His name was John Tyler.
Oh, then that was the guy you took off.
1841 to 1845, and this guy just now died.
No, the guy took over for president, but his grandson just now died. He died.
William Henry Harrison died in a short period.
And then John Tyler
And
took over
John
for
Tyler,
him.
and did
John
for 4
Tyler
years.
had he had a son named Lion, and Lion had a son named, oddly enough, Harrison Ruffin. Lost my name.
Well, that was
Tyler.
Okay, wait
his
a minute.
grandson.
Well, that was back in the 1840s.
He was 75
Who was 79?
when his son was born, and the son had a son, and that's the one.
Oh,
who
he
just
was
died.
75 when
When
his son
he
was...
fathered a child
Okay.
at 75. That in itself is a feat.
Well, that makes more sense because that's 75 years later.
Right. He had a kid at 75,
Okay.
and then that kid had a kid.
Because I was going, there's no way, man. The guy would be over 100 years
Yeah,
old.
he was 96, so he was the grandson of someone. But back then,
Right.
they had kids really. They had lots of kids, and they were old. Lots of kids.
Okay, that's what.
had
Back
kids.
then, okay, Zachary Taylor,
I thought that was interesting, though.
Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, James
was the last
Buchanan,
of the
Oh, wait.
OGs.
So Abraham Lincoln was way.
He probably has
1861.
grandchildren, great grandchildren that are still alive and stuff. But this just happened to be one of the first. Like,
I think the coolest
grandson.
name in for presidents are Ulysses S. Grant. I think that's a cool name.
Grant is a very powerful name.
Ulysses, though. Ulysses.
Ulysses. You listen here, Ulysses.
No, Ulysses. That's like the name of a boat and shit.
I'm gonna name my kid Ulysses after a boat.
I think
That's what his mom said.
No, I think they named the boat after him.
Probably. I know.
And
But
then,
where'd they
of course,
come up
there's
with
Theodore
Ulysses?
Roosevelt,
That's boring.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Wasn't Roosevelt? Was Franklin Delano Roosevelt the one that built the Roosevelt Dam?
I
here in-
guess so. I don't remember all
Arizona?
the Roosevelts.
Kennedy, of course, is a very popular one.
I just think it's interesting that
Carter.
I just think it's interesting that it's the actual.
All right, I'm not
just-
going further up.
Babe, it's the
rest
grandson,
of
not
them.
the great great grandson of the great. It's
Yeah.
the grandson of one of the original 10 presidents. Was still alive until Sunday. God rest his
Alive
soul.
and kicking.
Yeah, good song too. But anyways,
right.
that was just my little fun facts that I thought was fun.
I got my 1,000 one-liners and short jokes from Graham Can. I'm just slowly perusing through this book and finding stuff every time we do a show. So here it is. Here's my jokes.
Yeah.
They're bad jokes because
Of course they are.
his jokes are dumb.
He's from
bad,
England,
whatever.
right? So he has a different sense of humor, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I told my niece
I like
that I saw a
England.
moose on the way to work this morning, and she said, "How do you know he was on his way to work?"
That's so funny. Could have been coming home from work.
My wife accused me of
Your
being...
dad says stuff like that all
I know,
the time.
he's a great joke. My wife accused me of being immature. I told her to get out of my fort.
That's so funny. Get out of my fort.
Get out of my
I'm
fort
telling
then.
Mom.
God. God.
I want a fort. Forts are fun.
I know.
This is kind of like our fort, our bar room, our studio.
It is.
You guys see us here at the bar, but there is a lot of stuff in here, and it's like a fort.
Can you imagine all that talking in your ear all the time? No, I'm just joking. Okay.
Get out of my fort. Give me a beer and then
Wait.
get out of my fort.
I built this fort, so
I helped.
a little.
I did. Look at all the
Did you
stuff
pour
I
the
cut
resin?
out. No, but look at all the crap I cut out.
right.
Look at all the stuff I held while you glued.
Okay. When I was 6, my family moved to a new city, but fortunately I was able to track them down. Oh, God.
That's like
One day I saw
child
my
neglect
dad.
or something.
One day I saw my dad slumped over his lawnmower, crying, his eyes out, and my mom said, "Mom," because this is
My mom.
this is English.
Dad was
what's the matter with
slumped
him?
over. Okay.
And I said to my mom, "What's the matter with him?" And she said, "He's going through a rough patch.
Of grass. So funny.
I'm working on my mother-in-law's grave today. She thinks I'm digging a pond."
No, you'll see when it's done, or you won't.
If I'm ever feeling down, I just type "Yo are the best," not you. Yo are the best into Google. It then responds, "I think you mean you are the best," and I feel so much better.
No, because it needs to tell you feel good.
Yeah, I think you mean you're the best.
Nowadays, you just ask Alexa, Alexa, do you like me? Alexa, am I a
Alexa.
good person? Alexa, how...
Oh, geez,
she doesn't know how to help me.
Shh, don't talk.
Just saying.
She's listening. She's listening.
Quit listening.
She's listening in the other room.
Isn't that funny? But if,
crazy.
if I did ask her if she likes me, if I'm a good person, I'm sure she'd give me some, kudos or something.
So we're excited about going to where we're going this weekend. It's going to be
A bar.
Well, no. Stop.
A bar.
That's where Rachel's excited.
First a museum,
Rachel's very excited.
then a bar.
I'm really excited about going to the
I am
Museum of
too.
Natural History. I've never been there. I didn't even know they had one
Just
because
kidding.
I knew that when I was a kid. Okay, so this sounds weird. I lived in Ohio originally until I was 9. Moved here to Arizona in '78, I think it was,
like that.
and lived
Yeah.
here for a few years. My dad then
Went to Colorado.
had to go
at some
to
point.
Colorado, so we had
Look
to go
up.
with him. Excuse me, I'm yawning.
You,
we had
or
to go
you
with
would have
him.
to track him down if you
I had to track him down, so we went with him and lived up there for 3 years. And we were in Lakewood outside of Denver.
Is that when Pokey flew out the window? The cat.
No, that was a trip. That was the trip from
Just wondering.
Ohio to here. I
Oh,
think.
that's when Pokey fell out the window. And
No,
then
she didn't fall out the window. We had her.
you had her tied up on a leash or something.
a leash, and
You pulled her back in.
I pulled her back in.
She was a
yeah.
cat.
She was on the back of the car.
That's funny.
We had an old green station wagon, but you changed the subject. Let me say.
Sorry, I was
So-
just thinking of traveling.
So
like-
we lived up there, and then they
Chevy
had
Chase and vacation.
in Denver. They had a nice natural history museum. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, you always talked about that.
And then the other one that we saw was when we went to New York
in,
and
like,
saw
2005, yeah.
the one there. But
That was cool.
so supposedly they have one out here. Three stories.
Oh, really? Well, I guess it has to be tall to put casts of dinosaurs and stuff.
That's
said
on
they
the-
have dinosaurs there.
Yeah, that's on when you come in, you enter the ground level, then you have all the dinosaur
Casts.
things. So it sounds really neat.
Casts of I can't
So,
wait. That'll
yeah.
be fun. And you guys will be able to catch
See,
that video because Mark will
sure.
be filming and making a video.
I'll say this, sure, yes. It's nice going to a brewery, but
Excuse me.
it's nice to be able to do other things besides just showing us being drunk all the time or just
not just
drinking
drunk
all the time.
but we are having fun.
We do like to go explore other things.
We do.
So this is a chance to do that and
Yeah.
see that.
And
So
we
I'm
haven't been to
excited.
Mesa, so I'm
we
happy about
actually
that.
have some time in when is it? August. We're going to go see the Titan Missile Museum, and we'll
That's
take you along with that.
underground. That'll be fun.
We're doing the tour, so we have to get there at like
Yeah, I
10
want
o'clock
to
in the
do
morning.
more of that. That's fun.
So
I
we're doing
like
those things,
museums.
and then for my birthday, we're actually staying up in Jerome and
Oh my
going.
God, I love
going
that. And they have a museum up there.
Going
I
to the
wanna see.
museums and actually staying in
That's
one of
an
the
old
haunted
mining
hotels.
town,
That'll be
yeah.
fun. So there's a lot of cool things
We
coming
have
your way.
A lot of things
from
on
us.
our itinerary.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they'll all be on our different playlists depending on
Of
where
course,
Mark
if we
wants to
make
put
it that far, but
Yeah.
you know, we're
we
planning
may
on
laugh and turn into 100 and die. I don't know.
I won't because she wants to end at 100. I'm saying if it's
Oh.
going to change age, I'm saying I'm going on because there's no limit. It did not say the natural term limit. So
And
therefore,
it did
it
not
could go.
say forward or backwards. Is all I'm saying.
I'm just saying it could go on
just saying.
forever.
It could go on backwards too.
Well, then you'd be nothing if it went backwards
You
all the
only
way
go
to
to
nothing.
the day you were born. What if you laughed the day you were born?
Okay, well then you'd go back into the womb.
Yeah, you
And-
could laugh. There's no doesn't say babies don't laugh in the womb. I
But
don't
so
know.
that's what you're saying.
They smile.
But see, I'm saying forward. I believe the whole thing meant forward, and
It
that's what I
just
believe.
meant
So,
another day.
Anyway, that's about it.
Yeah, that was fun. And
Whatever.
I have nothing else to talk
I don't
about. I
either.
already talked
I'm
about the
done.
president. You talked about all that stuff.
I am
and
done.
It's
I'm
been
done.
happy hours, and we're happy.
All right, bye everybody.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
night.
We like you. a
God
lot.
bless.
Mad Libs fly and the beer flows near. Comedy gold with an extra cheer. Comedy gold with an extra cheer.